Good morning. Today, we're diving into a topic that's quietly shaping the way we live, shop, and do business: tariffs. Tariffs, taxes on imported goods, are quietly raising the prices of almost everything you buy, from your weekly groceries to the clothes you wear, and even the gadgets you rely on every day. The government uses tariffs to protect domestic industries by making foreign products more expensive, but the cost trickles down to you, the consumer, in ways you might not even notice at first. In 2024, the effects of years of tariffs are now fully baked into our economy, influencing everything from the price of a cup of coffee to the cost of a new car. Companies can no longer absorb these costs, so they're passing them on to consumers. That means higher bills at checkout and less money left in your pocket at the end of the month. Everyday essentials, spices, soap, jeans, are all affected. Even the smallest items in your cart are now more expensive because of these hidden taxes. The government sees tariffs as a trade tool, but families and businesses feel the financial strain. For many, it's become harder to balance the budget or keep a business afloat. Major corporations' earnings reports now reveal just how much tariffs are costing them, and you. These numbers aren't just statistics, they reflect real impacts on jobs, wages, and prices. This isn't just about economics. It's about your wallet, your choices, and your daily life. Every swipe of your card is affected. We'll break down how this is happening, look at real companies, and hear from the people making tough decisions, both in boardrooms and on Main Street. Understanding tariffs is crucial. They're a hidden cost that's now reshaping the price of everything, and knowing how they work can help you make smarter choices in today's economy. How does a tax on imports end up making US-made goods more expensive, even if they're produced right here at home? It's a question that affects every American shopper, whether you realize it or not. It all comes down to the global supply chain. When tariffs are placed on imported materials, like steel, aluminum, or chemicals, U.S. companies that rely on these imports suddenly have to pay more for the basics they need to make their products. These higher costs don't just stay with the manufacturer. Instead, those extra expenses get passed along the chain, from the manufacturer to the retailer, and finally, to you, the consumer, at the checkout counter. It's a ripple effect that touches every step of the process. Even products proudly labeled Made in USA aren't immune. When imported materials cost more, domestic producers face less competition from abroad. That gives them room to raise their own prices, knowing that alternatives are also getting pricier. According to research from Harvard, the result is clear. Domestic goods now cost over 4% more, and imports nearly 6% more, all because of tariffs. That's a noticeable jump for families watching every dollar. At first, retailers could soften the blow by selling off old inventory purchased before tariffs hit. But as new shipments arrive, every box and pallet reflects the full brunt of these higher costs. Amazon's CEO has made it clear: the era of old, lower prices is over. With supply chains fully adjusted to the new reality, higher prices are here to stay for the foreseeable future. The Yale Budget Lab found that the effective tariff rate on U.S. consumers has soared to 14.4%, the highest level seen in 85 years. That's not just a statistic. It's a historic shift in how much Americans pay for everyday goods. For American households, this isn't just an abstract number, it's a real, tangible tax that shows up in your monthly budget, making it harder to stretch your paycheck. Every time you shop, whether it's for groceries, clothes, or school supplies, a portion of what you pay is this hidden tariff, quietly raising your total at the register. For many families, it means making tough choices, cutting back on essentials, or searching for cheaper alternatives that may not even exist. Tariffs are no longer invisible. They're right there in your shopping cart and on your receipt, affecting your daily life in ways you might not have noticed before. The impact of tariffs is everywhere, at the store, in your home, and across the country, and it's only growing as these policies continue. Let's look at your morning routine. Everyday products like toothpaste, shampoo, and spices come from giants like Procter & Gamble and McCormick. Even these companies can't escape tariff pressures. P&G has raised U.S. prices by about 2%, but profits are still down for the fifth straight quarter. McCormick faces higher import costs for spices, with CEO Brendan Foley calling tariffs a significant inflationary pressure. Both companies are raising prices just to stay afloat, not to boost profits. The result? Your pantry and bathroom essentials cost more. Tariffs are forcing companies to pass on costs, making your daily routine more expensive. For these brands, tariffs are a direct hit. Raising prices is their only option. Tariffs don't just hit grocery aisles, they ripple through every corner of industry and rural America, affecting the daily lives of families, workers, and business owners alike. The impact is far-reaching, touching everything from the price of food to the cost of building materials. Fastenal, a major supplier for construction and factories, faces higher costs on tariffed goods, hurting demand and sales. When the price of imported parts and materials rises, companies like Fastenal must make tough decisions about how to absorb or pass on those costs. They may need more price hikes, but risk losing customers who are already feeling squeezed by inflation and tighter budgets. Every price increase is a gamble, and the stakes are high for both the business and its customers. Tractor Supply, a rural staple, sells many tariff-affected items like tools, fencing, and farm equipment. These are essentials for farmers and rural families, not luxuries. Their customers are price-sensitive, so the company must be surgical with increases, raising prices only where absolutely necessary, and often searching for ways to cut costs elsewhere to avoid passing them on. Retailers everywhere face this dilemma: cover rising costs or risk alienating loyal shoppers. The challenge is constant, and there's no easy answer. It's a daily balancing act. Raise prices too much, and you lose business. Don't raise them, and profits vanish. For small businesses, even a slight dip in sales can mean the difference between staying open and shutting their doors. Tariffs force tough choices for companies serving both big industry and small towns, as they try to protect jobs and keep their doors open. The pressure is everywhere, from city construction sites to rural hardware stores, and it's not letting up anytime soon. Main Street is feeling the squeeze, and for many, the future feels more uncertain than ever. Even iconic brands like Levi Strauss aren't immune to tariffs. Making a pair of jeans is a global process, and tariffs add costs at every step. Levi's says tariffs have cut profit margins by nearly 1%, a big hit for a company selling millions of jeans. They've raised prices, but shoppers are now more cautious, especially on non-essentials like clothing. Levi's faces a classic bind raise prices and risk losing sales, or keep prices steady and see profits shrink. Even legendary brands must navigate the cross-currents of tariffs and consumer caution. No one is untouched by these trade policies. The final link in the chain is you, the shopper. In 2024, frustration is rising as families feel every price hike. People are switching to store brands, waiting for sales, or skipping purchases altogether. This pushback forces companies to rethink pricing, raise prices too much, and products sit on shelves. Businesses may have to absorb more costs or cut expenses elsewhere. The consumer's power to say no is real, limiting how much of the tariff burden gets passed on. Companies like Tractor Supply are hyper-aware of this, being careful with every price increase. Shoppers are now an active force, sending a clear message. There's a limit to what budgets can bear. Your choices shape corporate strategy and even influence policy. The American consumer is now a key player in the tariff story. CEOs and experts across industries agree. Tariffs and inflation are now a constant challenge. GE's CEO Larry Culp says navigating trade policy is an ongoing, resource-draining process. Companies are rethinking supply chains and pricing, diverting energy from innovation. Amazon's Andy Jassy confirms price hikes are now systemic, not temporary. Experts warn that consumer frustration is peaking, making further price increases risky. The consensus: tariffs have added cost and complexity, squeezing profits and testing consumer patience. The business world is adapting, but the strain is real. There's a legal battle brewing that could reshape tariffs in America. The Supreme Court is set to decide if the president overstepped by using the International Emergency Economic Powers Act to impose tariffs. If the court rules against the government, billions in collected tariffs could be refunded to companies. But experts warn the process would be long and complicated. Even if these tariffs are struck down, the White House plans to use other laws to keep them in place. The legal chess match means uncertainty for businesses and consumers will continue. Tariffs, and their impact, aren't going away anytime soon. Tariffs are now a defining force in the U.S. economy, raising prices and squeezing budgets. Watch upcoming earnings reports from major companies. These will reveal how tariffs are shaping profits and strategies. The Supreme Court's decision on tariff authority could trigger major changes or refunds, but the administration is likely to keep tariffs in place regardless. Most importantly, keep an eye on your own spending. Your choices at the checkout send a powerful message to businesses and policymakers. The story of tariffs is still unfolding, in boardrooms, courtrooms, and every shopping cart. What happens next depends on all of us. Stay tuned. The next chapter is being written right now.